Most people who get cheated on never truly move past it. They carry it like a scar that never quite heals. But what if I told you there's a way to not just survive infidelity, but actually come out stronger on the other side? Listen, getting cheated on feels like someone ripped your heart out, stomped on it, and then asked you what's for dinner. It's brutal, it's messy, and honestly, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever have to deal with in life. But here's the thing. Millions of people have walked this path before you, and many of them have found their way back to happiness. Some stayed in their relationships and rebuilt something even better. Others walked away and discovered a version of themselves they never knew existed. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to heal from cheating, whether you're staying or leaving. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to get through this nightmare. Understanding what just happened. First, let's talk about what's really going on in your head right now. When someone cheats on you, your brain literally goes into crisis mode. A study from the University of California found that emotional pain from betrayal activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. That's right, your brain is processing this like you've been physically injured. That's why it hurts so damn much. You're not being dramatic, you're not overreacting. Your body is genuinely responding to trauma. And here's something nobody tells you. The confusion you're feeling is completely normal. One minute you're angry enough to throw their stuff out the window. The next minute you're scrolling through old photos wondering where it all went wrong. Then you're blaming yourself, thinking maybe if you'd been better, funnier, or looked different, this wouldn't have happened. Stop right there. Cheating is a choice. It's not a mistake. Nobody trips and falls into someone else's bed. The person who cheated made a conscious decision to betray your trust, and that's on them, not you.
The first 48 hours. The immediate aftermath is chaos. Your mind is racing, you can't sleep, you can't eat. Everything reminds you of them and what they did. Here's what you need to do right now. Give yourself permission to feel everything. Cry if you need to, scream into a pillow, break some plates if that helps. But don't make any huge decisions yet. Don't text their mother, don't post a revenge story on social media, don't show up at their workplace. I know you want to, but trust me, you'll regret it later. Instead, reach out to someone you trust. Not just anyone. Pick that one friend or family member who's going to listen without judgment. Not the friend who's going to bash your partner and make everything worse. You need someone who can hold space for your pain without adding fuel to the fire. Talk to them. Let it all out. According to research from the American Psychological Association, people who express their emotions and seek social support recover from betrayal trauma much faster than those who bottle it up. Should you stay or should you go? This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But I can give you a framework to help you decide. Ask yourself these questions. Is this the first time? Was it a one-time thing or an ongoing affair? Are they genuinely remorseful or are they just sorry they got caught? Are they willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild trust? And most importantly, do you actually want to stay? Or do you feel like you should stay because of kids, money, or fear of being alone? Here's the hard truth. Staying together after cheating is possible, but it requires both people to be fully committed to the healing process. A study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family found that about 60 to 75% of couples stayed together after infidelity, and many of them report having stronger relationships afterward. But here's the catch. It only works if the person who cheated takes full responsibility, cuts off all contact with the other person, and is willing to be completely transparent moving forward. No passwords locked on phones, no mysterious late nights at work. Complete openness. If they're defensive, blaming you, or minimizing what they did, that's your answer. Walk away. You deserve someone who's going to fight for you, not fight with you about why it's partially your fault they cheated. The healing process. Whether you stay or leave, healing has to happen. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to take time, like a lot of time. We're talking months, maybe even a year or more. There's no fast forward button on grief, and betrayal is a type of grief. You're mourning the relationship you thought you had, the future you imagined, and the person you believed your partner to be. Start by setting boundaries. If you're staying together, what needs to change? Maybe it's couples therapy. Maybe it's complete transparency with devices and schedules. Maybe it's taking some physical space for a while. Whatever it is, communicate it clearly. Don't expect them to read your mind. And if you're leaving, set boundaries about contact, especially if you have to co-parent or work together. Next, take care of your physical health. I know the last thing you want to do is go for a run or eat a salad, but your body needs fuel to heal your mind. Exercise releases endorphins, which naturally combat anxiety and depression. Even just a 20-minute walk every day can make a massive difference in how you feel. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that regular physical activity can be as effective as antidepressants for treating mild to moderate depression. Rebuilding your self-worth. Here's something that happens after cheating that nobody warns you about. Your self-esteem takes a massive hit. You start questioning everything about yourself. Am I attractive enough? Interesting enough? Good enough? And the answer is yes, you are enough. You've always been enough. Someone else's inability to see your worth doesn't decrease your value. This is the time to reconnect with who you are outside of this relationship. What did you love doing before you got together? What dreams did you put on hold? What friendships did you let fade? Now's the time to pick those things back up. Join that class you've been thinking about. Reconnect with old friends. Start that hobby you never had time for. Rediscover yourself, because somewhere along the way, you probably lost a piece of you in this relationship. Therapy can be incredibly helpful here. A good therapist can help you process the trauma, identify any patterns that need breaking, and give you tools to build healthier relationships in the future. And no, going to therapy doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It means you're smart enough to know when you need help. Dealing with triggers. Even when you think you're doing better, something random will hit you out of nowhere. A song, a smell, a place you used to go together. Suddenly, you're back in that moment when you first found out, and all the pain comes rushing back. These are called triggers, and they're a normal part of healing from betrayal trauma. When a trigger hits, don't try to push it away. Acknowledge it. Say to yourself, this is a trigger. This is my brain processing trauma. This feeling will pass. Practice breathing exercises. Seriously, deep breathing tells your nervous system it's safe to calm down. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. Do this until you feel yourself settling. Over time, the triggers will get less intense and less frequent, but you have to be patient with yourself. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. Healing isn't linear. You're going to have good days and bad days, and both are part of the process. The role of forgiveness. Now, everyone's going to tell you that you need to forgive to move on. And while forgiveness can be healing, don't let anyone rush you into it. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean you have to trust them again. It just means you're releasing the anger so it doesn't poison you from the inside out. But here's the thing, you can't forgive on someone else's timeline. You forgive when you're ready, if you're ready. Some people never fully forgive, and they still move on and build beautiful lives. Don't let anyone guilt you into forgiving before you fully processed what happened. Moving forward. Eventually, whether you stay or leave, you're going to reach a point where this doesn't consume your every thought anymore. You'll wake up one morning and realize you didn't think about it for a whole hour, then a whole morning, then a whole day. That's when you know you're healing. If you stayed and worked through it, your relationship will look different. It has to. The old relationship died when the cheating happened. What you're building now is something new. It can be better, but only if both people are honest about what went wrong and committed to not repeating those patterns.
If you left, you're going to eventually be ready to date again. But take your time. Don't jump into something new just to fill the void or prove you're over it. Work on yourself first. Go to therapy. Figure out what red flags you missed. Learn what you need in a partner. Become the kind of person you'd want to date. The truth is, getting cheated on changes you, but it doesn't have to break you. You get to decide whether this makes you bitter or better. You get to choose whether this is the worst thing that ever happened to you or the thing that finally pushed you to become who you were always meant to be. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for Rain Wish and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Goodbye.